Hi everyone, Adrian from Audio Excellence Canada. We're going to do an unboxing of the Sonus faber Gravis III subwoofer. Now, Sonus faber has been around making subwoofers for quite a long time, and in fact, the Gravis series is quite similar to the REL subwoofers. I don't know exactly which ones off the top of my head. I'll do some research and I'll get Jerry to overlay the text on this video. But the concepts and the way they're connected and the way that they operate are very, very similar to the REL subwoofers. Now, in part, that's because Sumiko used to distribute REL subwoofers in North America. And when Sumiko was sold to the holding company that also owns Macintosh and Audio Research, REL wasn't a part of the deal. I'm not sure why that's the case. But because of that, and because Sumiko didn't want to lose the distribution that they already had with existing REL dealers, Sonus faber took over the design and manufacturing of the then known Sumiko subwoofers. And then approximately a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, the brand changed over to the Sonus faber Gravis, which is what you see here. And we've already done, I believe, the unboxing of the Gravis 1 and 2, so this will be the 3. This is the third in a series of 5 subwoofers. You have 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. So it's right in the middle. This is also the first time in the subwoofer where you can use Sonus faber app to control a variety of different things like volume control, parametric EQ, phase adjustment, and a bunch of other things like this. So let's open it up and I'll show you what it looks like. Comes with the power cord and a very long speaker wire speak-on Neutrik connector. You can see. Now I'll go into more details about this once we do the video for the setting up and how to adjust it and so on. But in this way, it's very similar to the RELs, because if you want the speaker, the subwoofer, to blend as well as possible to your system, the factory recommends that you use this connection. You connect it to the back of your amplifier. Okay, quick start guide and manual. The manual comes, I believe, in 6 or 7 different languages. Okay, we'll go into that when we do the setup. Okay, the grill. And take a look at this beautiful metal plate with the name inscribed in it. Very classy. I've always loved how Sonus faber looks after all these little details. Okay. So even the cloth that covers the speaker has the name, what do you call this, embossed and stenciled, printed on it. Just very nice, very classy. Now this one's finished in black, obviously, so you got black piano at the top. And the advantage of black, of course, is that it tends to blend into your surroundings a bit better. And you also get a choice of Wenge or red, and possibly walnut as well. I have to double check about the walnut, but certainly Wenge and red is available. It's wrapped in leather. You can see this is all leather, beautifully done. And you've got your big woofer. Now this, you look at the surround, it's really a long throw, custom made woofer with a very stiff surround. So the woofer can play very low and at the same time very high volumes without the woofer starting to go out of pistonic motion. Okay, and again, you'll see the beautiful metal plate here. And right at the top, you'll see a little glass dial that says Sonus faber. Let's go in the back. I'll get my notes in a second, but that's where you connect your power. This is where you connect that big speaker. This is the high level. And the way you connect it, you'll notice there's a switch over here. And right at the top here, you'll see there's a detent. There are holes at the top. And that's where it goes in. Okay. And you turn it and lock it. This way it won't come out. This is very often used in professional studios and places like that, so that the connections are nice and tight. You don't have to worry about somebody tugging on the wires by accident and pulling it out. You have XLR inputs, RCA inputs. That's your volume control. You can actually hear how nice that is. Continuously adjustable. And that's it for the control. I guess there's wireless pair. So this subwoofer, I forgot to mention, you can also, if let's say the subwoofer has to be located quite a distance from the electronics, you can get the optional wireless transmitter and receiver set connected to the back, and this way it can run wirelessly. And that's it. Now, I mentioned earlier about an app. We'll do the app a little bit later. I'll turn it on and show you how all the different options and how it works. Okay. Let me give you the specifications. The Gravis III is $2,750 US. The factory recommends it for the Nova series, but actually I found that it works really well with the higher sonetos like the Soneto 5, the Soneto 8, even the Soneto 3s. If you really love your bookshelf speakers and you want added bass and control, this is a great subwoofer to consider. Nova, obviously, or the Homage and Heritage series. It's a seal box design. It uses a 10-inch or 250 millimeter ultra long throw woofer. The amplifier is 600 watts class AB or 900 watts peak. I mentioned earlier about the ability to download the app. The app has 4 selectable presets, continuously adjustable crossover frequency from 40 to 150 hertz. It uses a 24 dB per octave crossover slope, continuously adjustable phase from 0 to 360 degrees, 8 parametric EQ filters, so you can adjust the response in your room, automatic room calibration, auto on and off, 2 line inputs, and one of them is LFE. Yeah, so the top over here can be used as LFE. So for your subwoofer, for your home theater, if you're using 5.1 or 7.1, the 0.1 would connect to the red. 1 XLR input, high level Neutrik speak-on. And then the dimensions are 450 millimeters high, 400 wide, and 495 deep, or 16.3 inches high, 15.7 inches wide, and 19.5 inches deep. It weighs 26.7 kilograms, or 58.8 pounds. Certainly feels heavy. All right, well, we'll come back shortly. Okay, so this is the section where we show you how the Sonus faber app for the Gravis 3, 5, and 6 works. So you download the app, which is free, and then you will see this icon. That's what it looks like. If you want to come closer to take a look. So that's what it looks like. Now your subwoofer, again, it applies for the Gravis 3, 5, and 6. The subwoofer needs to be turned on and connected to the system for it to work properly. And let me go to the beginning. So this is the first page that you see. And you notice that there are 4 presets that you can use. And we've selected audiophile. You can also select cinema, night, or streaming. So audio file, and then you click on this, and this is the page that you now see. Okay, so there are a number of settings: phase, delay, auto on and off, low pass, parametric EQ, auto EQ enabled, and about. So the simplest thing is to start with the phase. Let's go to phase. So as you can see, as I move my finger up and down the slider, you will see the number over here change. And you want to adjust it where it sounds best to you. Once everything is set up, you can play the music and adjust it in real time and see what it sounds best. With phase, basically what you're looking for is the sound of the subwoofer getting a little bit warmer and then blending in with the speakers. Delay, again, same idea. You can move your finger up and down. Okay, and this is calibrated in milliseconds. Auto on and off. So you have the ability to adjust the sensitivity of the subwoofer turning on and off. So if you want the subwoofer to come in once the movie starts playing or the music starts playing, you may want to have it set relatively low. So you have the ability to go from 1 millivolts to 10 millivolts. And low pass. Low pass is the frequency where the subwoofer comes on in terms of the sound. So you'll notice here it's set at 40. That will depend on the speakers that you're using. So if you're using bookshelf speakers and the cutoff frequency is typically between 40 and 60 hertz, then you want to set it between 40 and 50 and 60. And again, once you've set it, play with the music, play some music with some bass, and then adjust it and see how it blends in. And again, you just move it like that, and you can see how it changes. Okay. Now there's parametric EQ as well. And again, this is where you can, once you've got the measurement of the speaker, which I'll show you, you can see different peaks of the response, and you can choose that particular peak and then move it down so that it's a bit flatter. And then auto EQ. This is probably the best way to use this app. By using this app, you are allowing the device inside the subwoofer to EQ itself. So it says here, place the phone or the iPad near the subwoofer, and you can see there's a drawing here. So let's do that right now. Can you see? All right, so it says go, so I'm going to press this now. Okay, so this is the response that we got measuring the subwoofer close. Now keep in mind, obviously, the microphone in the iPad is not laboratory grade, so it's not necessarily all that great. Having said that, it doesn't need to be, because we're going to do a difference adjustment. So in other words, we're using the same subwoofer now, we're putting it where the seat is, and it will measure the difference. So it says here again, put it where the seat is. So this is going to be the center seat. So we're going to press go. Okay. So it's done the measurement. And you can now do a redo as well if you are not happy with the results. And basically that's it. That's as simple as it gets to use this auto EQ system. And that's why I highly recommend, if you get the Gravis 3, 5, and 6, download the app and let the subwoofer do the measurements for you. It's really, really simple. You don't have to measure or play around with it. The only thing you may want to do is adjust the phase and the delay, And that's pretty much it. So that's it for the Sonus Faber Gravis app. And we'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.